What's wrong with you, man?
In today's video, we're going to see how you can set up Joomla to force your users to pick better passwords. I'm going to show you a tool that's really cool for checking out how good a password is. And if you stick around after the first part, I'm going to show you a hack that's underway right now, or a hacking attempt anyways, underway right now on my server. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 126 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. Appreciate your support of this channel. If you've not subscribed yet, please do so. Ring the bell to get notifications of new live streams and things happening on the channel, and you will get them. And if you're watching live, please say hi in chat, as Ahmet did. He's saying hi from Turkey. Hello, Ahmet. Good to see you today. Alrighty, let's head on over to the computer screen. Just want to tell you that there's a special edition of Junecast Podcast out that Chait Madan and I do. We interviewed the two candidates running for president. One, the existing president, the incumbent president, Rowan, and then Brian, who is running as well. So check that out on Joomcast after. Don't listen to it during the live stream, of course, but there is the link. Bredsy says hi from Norway. Hello, Ivor. All right, don't forget to head on over to basicjoomla.com/giveaways. If you haven't already done so, sign up for the newsletter, and you're automatically entered into each month's giveaway. All right, so passwords are super important. This was very apparent to me the other day when I was helping a client who had entered his username and password when he got phished by an email, PHISHED. And when we were changing his password, he gave me what he wanted the new one to be, and it really wasn't very secure. So I actually took him to the site that I'll show you in a second, that why he should add some characters and make it a little bit tougher. And so that was really, really helpful. So if you want to force your users, your Joomla users, people creating accounts on your site, to have a password that is more secure, go into the back end of your Joomla site, go to users, all right, users, manage, all right. You'll be presented with a list of users, so that's why I went into my no secrets install here. On the top right corner, go over to options, all right, and then go to password options, that tab. And here you can set a number of things. You can mouse over each of these settings. How many times do you want to allow people to reset their passwords inside of a period of time? Why would anyone reset their password 10 times in a minute? Well, maybe they're just not getting the emails. Who knows? Oh, reset in an hour? Who knows? Maybe they're just not getting the emails through their filter or whatever. You can set a minimum length for a password. So let's set this to 8. Minimum integers. How many numbers do they need? That's require them just to have one. Minimum symbols. So that's these characters, exclamation mark, at, a hashtag, a $sign. Let's require at least one. Let's require one uppercase letter. And let's require at least one lowercase letter. That is all you have to do. Then when they go to create a profile in your account and they're setting up a password, if they don't meet those minimum requirements, they will be told to please try again. Now, let's take a look at that fun site that I mentioned that I took my client to. I'll give you the URL of it here. I just Googled for this when I was with him and it came up. Basically, on this site, let's scroll down. Here's where you can test a password. And a cool little feature here that they have is that you can see how long it would have taken in 1982. And of course, technology being faster, how long as we scroll up to current time. So let's take, for instance, everybody's favorite password, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you'll see it takes 39 jiffies to break that password, 9 milliseconds. And it's basically the same ever since. But check out what happens if we put a capital A at the beginning. Suddenly it jumps up to 51 millennia. Now, you know what? I'm a little bit dubious of that calculation because it is following the formula of how complicated it would be to run through all the options. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is so common. If anyone ever starts trying with just the letter A at the beginning, I think they could guess it a lot sooner. But for example, why don't we just do something here? And here's how I pick a password for myself. Because not only, it's good to have random passwords, but they're super hard to remember. So try to have a formula for a password that you're using for a site. So for instance, let's say this site is called betterbuys.com. So why don't we just have this formula here in our mind? We're always going to go with a capital B, E-T-T-E-R-B-U-Y-S. Now, that says 548 millennia, but it's kind of the same word as that domain. Throw in a number in there now. Let's use a number from my childhood friend's home phone number, the last 4 digits. All right. Now, it says infinity. The reason I do this is because if you have a formula in your head, you can remember, and with some secret information, you can remember what the passwords are when you go to different sites. So, for instance, you go to this site. What's the login? Oh, yes, it's always the part before the period in the domain, and then my friend's childhood phone number. Now, there are no special characters in there, so why don't you pick a special character? Today, I will pick. Oh, what will I pick? Let's do the. I don't like $sign because it's a string and sometimes breaks things. Let's pick the @ for now. @ And now you have a password, capital B, with a capital letter, a small letter, numbers, and a special character. You can remember it because it's the domain name, your childhood friend's 4 digits from their phone number, and you just always use the @ sign. That is a great and secure password. It also keeps you from using the same password over and over again, which is important because if a site that you've entered your password in isn't taking good care of your passwords, you can get your password can be revealed, and then they just have to go around and try your username everywhere. So this is a great formula for swapping things up. Ivor says to use a whole sentence. Is it still infinite in 2020? Chuck asks. Yes, let's slide that over here. Yes, it is. It will take keys per second in 2020. I don't know. The number of password key attempt per second in a brute force attack. Yes. So, there's other things that are happening on servers that keep people from trying over and over and over again. They get their IP blocked. And I'm going to move on in just a second to that ongoing hack thing that I was telling you about. Let me just, first of all, though, say for those of you that aren't sticking around, I do appreciate you watching today. Set your Joomla site so your users have to pick better passwords. So that way you don't have to deal with the fallout if their account gets hacked and your site starts getting used by whoever hacked it. So it's as much security for your users, as much security for yourself and a time saver as it is for your users. Now, Ivor says, what happens to the existing users? Good point. Existing users that have a weak password will continue to be able to use their weak password. So this won't change it. If they go to change their password, they will have to pick a better password. And also, just as a good question for before anyone else leaves here, here's something that you can do. Let's go right computer screen. Let's go back to the users. Let's suppose that you know that your users, let's go here, users, manage. Let's suppose you know that your users are using weak ones. you can go and you can highlight them. You can actually, so let's go Tim, that's this user Tim again here. You can click on there, and then down here you can require a password reset. So the next time they log in with their weak password, they will say, oh, you need to pick a new password now. And I know it's a pain in the butt when that happens, but if it's something that you're doing to increase security, then yes, you can. And I bet you we could even force a reset for all users by going in and changing something in their user profile. And maybe we'll look at that in just a little second. That might be cool too. No, actually, that might be a bet. Let's do that for another topic. That's a good topic on its own. Anyways, all right. So for those of you that are still here, if you haven't left yet, but you are going to leave, thanks for your support of this channel. Please do subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications to get new updates about what's happening on the channel. Thanks for watching today. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. All right. You want to see something fun? I noticed this yesterday, which is really odd because it just started yesterday. I just happened to be looking in logs for something. Right computer screen. I'm going to show you that this is on my server. Last week we talked about do you need a firewall on your Joomla site? And one of the things that I said it was important to be running somewhere other than in your Joomla site is to have a good firewall. And this is config server security and firewall running on mine. And you will notice yesterday my dad was having problems. I was talking to my mom and dad, and he was having issues with one of his devices not being able to connect to my server to check for mail. And I went in here and into the mail log, and I searched for @cyberassault.org. Basically, I was looking for any attempts to try to connect to the IMAP server using cyberassault.org domain. And I found this here. Now, Russell Glottal Heath @cyberassault.org. There is no such person on my domain. In fact, I have all of cyberassault.org forwards to another domain. It's actually forwards to Gmail, to other email accounts. There's only one IMAP box physically, and that is for my support forum tool. So anyways, I got looking, and I thought, well, who is trying to connect using Russell Glottal Health @cyberassault.org? And so I started checking these remote IPs, the IPs that I was checking from, and they were all, the couple that I checked were from Hong Kong. Now, normally what would happen in this hacking, in this attempt, this is brute force, they would try to connect, and they would try this username and password 1234567 and then they would try 1234566 and 1234567. But eventually their IP would be blocked because the firewall is set so that if there's failed attempts on a mailbox, X number of failed attempts on a mailbox within 5 minutes or 15 minutes, I forget what the time is, the IP gets blocked and the attack gets blocked. But somehow, whatever is checking for this address here is changing the IP every time they do it. And so the one IP does not get blocked, and the attempt does not get blocked. I have no idea why they're trying this name, Russell Glottal Heath. I don't understand what is going on. I don't know if someone may be trying to, someone put out a bot or who knows, but why they're trying this, I don't know. But so I thought, well, this is not really very cool, and I still have to see if I can find a way to just stop attempts on this particular email address. But as an extra thing of security, here's what I did. I went into cPanel for that domain, and I created an email address, an email account for Russell Glottal Heath @cyberassault.org. And then what I did was I suspended it. I suspended its ability to send mail, and I suspended its ability to log in. All right. And what was interesting about that was as soon as I did that, and you scroll down through these errors, as soon as I did that, and there's quite a few here, as soon as I did here, the error message started breaking here. And notice it now says, so there's one mail delivered. When I created the email account, it sent the information for the email account to that mailbox. But then we started seeing invalid password in password database, crypt failed, invalid argument. And so again, I don't know why or what's behind this particular email just trying to get in. But to doubly make sure that it's not a problem, because it doesn't exist, so it's never going to be able to check it. But I did create it, and then I did disable it. Just to, I really could just leave it because there is no email address there. But maybe there's something hinky going on. Maybe they're trying some kind of code in the password, looking for a weakness on servers somewhere. Who the heck knows? Anyways, that's just something going on. And this happens on servers all the time. In fact, I never thought of it until just now. If we just search, I wonder if this is more universal in attack. Let's copy that. Russell Glottal Heath. And let's search for that. And no, it's only for that address and against cyberassault.org. It's very, very strange. Anyways, so I've doubly locked it down because not only does it not exist, but now if it does exist, it just gets blocked as not being valid. Anyways, just a cool little thing that was happening on my server right now and continues to happen. The most recent one being, well, it's 11:12, 4 minutes ago. So I still want to try to find a way so that I can just, if it sees an attempt like this, just block it. But I don't know if that is possible. Anyways, thought I'd show you that's happening on the server. That stuff's always happening on the server. People attacking, and in fact, here we could just see here. No, we just won't play around this log anymore because I don't want to. I don't want to bring. I might show clients who are using the wrong password try to get in. One of the things I have to do frequently is it's my clients, they change their email settings on a device. And they put in the wrong password, they set up a new device, it fails the attempts a number of times and they get banned. So I end up just whitelisting their IP. Ivor says this is a distributed attack, probably using infected PCs, difficult to stop. Yeah, I would imagine it is difficult to stop. Super weird that. I may go on and ask Liquid Web, that's who I have my server with, if there's some way that I can stop if it sees the login is that email string, if they can just stop it and it even does. But yeah, why? Unless it's some kind of denial of service attack. But it's actually, as you can see here, it only happens about 8 minutes. 13 minutes. Anyways, yeah, it's part of the fun. I was saying to Phil Taylor the other day because I was looking at a hacked file on a WordPress site on mysites.guru, and I couldn't figure out why it was hacked. And he showed me a little someone was being tricky, and there's sort of a dark beauty to some of this hacking stuff that people put out there. All right. Well, everybody, what is new? What's happening in your world today? What have you got to share? Any projects you're working on? Things such as that. We're always interested to see what is going on. In the meantime, oh yes, siree. Okay, I need to. Here's something that I did. I use I use Google Chrome. I have my personal Gmail account, and that's where I've been doing a lot of things. I recently got a G Suite account, so I could learn it, so I can use it, know how to use it and set it up for clients. And so I'm really enjoying it myself. So I started moving everything over to a Chrome login that is based just on my business address. And so that's why I just remember that, because as I go to find my link for the live streams, I need to copy that password over here. So for instance, let's see, I can show you that. Right computer screen. There we go. So if I go down here and fire up my personal Gmail login here, see I have these shortcuts up here, and this is where I go to live stream folder, and I've got the Joomla extensions. So I can, this is really cool. You can do this across Google accounts. Right click, copy that shortcut. And now I can right click up in the toolbar here and paste, and it will not only carry over the folder, but it carries over the menu links in it as well. So that means that we can then go to, where am I going to here? Oh, I still have to log into Facebook on here. Oh, and you know what? I don't want to do that. I actually purposefully took this off so I don't have to do Facebook on here. Okay, let's start this up again here. Here we go. And the reason I did that was the other day I just had so many things going, it's keeping me from working. So let's go to live streams and Joomla extensions. There we go. And I open up my other windows here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So what's new? JMG article video pro from Joomla. I think we looked at that last week. Mary says she's installed the plugin that she emailed me about. Yes, I did get that, Mary, and just hadn't replied yet, on several sites. And it is a Firewall program, so we're going to check that out. Let's see here. The easiest way to put a YouTube video in your Joomla article. Oh, that we saw this where you add the tags. Yours verification 1.8 comes with improvements and performance, better compatibility with Joomla 4. That was posted 10 hours ago. Let's check out what that is. Site ownership verifications, unlimited domains. Verification keeps your website verified in Google Webmaster Tools, Yandex, Bing, Facebook, Business, Pinterest, Web of Trust, Norton SafeWeb. Owner verification made easy. All right. Enable site ownership verification to Google. No verification file uploads required for the file verification method. So, okay, a tool for verifying your sites in various places. One-stop thing. Lindu, what's this? One-page checkout for Virtuemart. Okay, I have Rick from Smart Drive Test was using that on his. Okay, there's Skype-a-rooney coming in here. I'll check to see who that is. So there's another one. Syed. Google Business Reviews. We saw that. Oh, and we're back to, this February 8th. There's a template. Donation Pro thermometer. Yeah. We've looked at that before in the past. Best live sales notification for Virtuemart. It brings up a little ad showing who has just purchased, or a little note. Business reviews. Virtuemart color swatch extension. Well, that's a repeat. That's so. Google Analytics privacy. That's from February 4th. And Exposure is a Joomla module that displays a selection of Joomla articles in grid overview. I think we looked at that last week as well. Did we? Let's see. 6. February 6th. No, we didn't look at that one yet. I think we did. Let's just check that. Oh, is this the one that was UI kit? Yes, we did look at that last week. Cookie bar. That sounds yummy. So I'll hop on the bus and go to the cookie bar. Advanced invoice. Joomla Australia Index. This might be their new... Yeah, Joomla Australia has a new website. And they actually have a business directory. And this is the forum here that they've got going. Looks like they've had it going for a while. Great. Yeah, Joomla user group. Joomla Australia is really active. February 5, check out. All right, this looks like we're into the same. Yes. All right. Let's check out this link that Mary has given us here. I need to just put that over here. I'll put it in here. Control V. OCH Simple Firewall. Protect your website by automatically blocking all IP addresses that are known to participate in online attacks, online service abuse, malwares, botnets, command control servers, and other cyber crime activities. And this is it. It looks like it's free, right, Mary? Let me just get things here. I'm going to change to chat on the right just very quickly. Oh, that's a great note from my friend Rick about something I changed on his site, and the bounce rate has dropped 75% because we installed a plugin from Exley that makes the video YouTube videos load just the thumbnail only without the full load. Maybe I'll show you that later on. Or maybe I'll do a live stream on that at some point. All right, where the heck are we here? I'm trying to bring up my chat here. There we go. Oh, Mary says, nope, but it's very affordable. All right. Now, remember last week in the Washington Work live stream, we talked about, do you need a firewall for your website? If you know what the server is running and it's running good stuff. So, for instance, I have that CSF Firewall on mine. I have mod security rules in play. And what was the other thing that I have? Oh, yeah, Clam AV. Then you don't necessarily have to run a firewall program in your site. We did see that with Akiba admin tools, you can turn off the firewall part alone and then still use the htaccess editor, which is very powerful for blocking things. But then Mary emailed about this firewall that she's been using, and she likes it very much. Keep your website, your content visitors secure. So basically what it does is it does what it says. That was kind of a dumb thing to say, but blocking IP addresses, online service abuse, malwares, botnets, command and control servers, and other cybercrime activities. And so why don't we just go to let's go to the demo. They have a demo. Here it is. And it's Joomla 4 Alpha ready. Oh, Akiba discontinued geographical blocking, and this one offers that as well. From where do they get the info? Good question, Ivor. Let's see. Now, this is onlinecommunityhub.nl. So let's believe that's Netherlands, correct? Documentation, requirements, installation, configure, activate Joomla. Firehall.org. Let's do that. There we go. Firehall is a language and program to run it, which builds secure, stateful firewalls from easy to understand, human readable configurations So this is where they get the info from, Mary is saying. Firehall is an IP tables firewall generator producing statable IP tables packet filtering firewalls on Linux hosts and routers. Some of you say routers. I say routers. With any number of network interfaces, any number of routes. I know. I don't say routes. I say routes. Router, route. Any number of services served, any number of complexity between variations of the services. Firehall is secure because it has been designed with the right firewalling concept. Deny everything, then allow only what is needed. Okay. Mary, we have the link there, so let's check out the subscription plan here. €10. And then they also have a ton of other extensions too. So you can get everything there for 12 months for €199. All right, so let's check out what their extensions are in a little bit. Let's see. So it should say demo here. Let's see, plugin tab. So here are the IP sets tab. This IP list is a composition of other IP lists. The objective is to create a blacklist that can be safe enough to be used on all systems with the firewall to block access entirely from and to its listed IPs. The key prerequisite for this cause is to have no false positive. All IPs listed should be bad and should be blocked without exception. So there's a bunch of levels that you can set in here. Spam. So there's these are all tools that you can choose from. Excellent. Hey, here's an ad for a host, Papa. Don't. That reminds me, I got to contact the client today about that. Okay, so let's see. Because this is server level protection, it protects your administrator area even if you disable or uninstall simple firewall. Let's see. When enabling administrator area protection, the usernames and passwords you specified here will be requested by your browser before your regular Joomla administrator login is displayed. So that looks like they're password protecting the folder, just like we saw last week with the .htaccess. Administrative protection works at server level using .htaccess file, yes. So they offer that same tool and option that we looked at last week. And advanced tab. Debug errors are always logged to your logs directory in plugin system. Great. Enable post. Cool. Let's look at their other extensions. OchClick this. Ever wondered how users navigate on your site, what links they click? Do you want to have a method of performing A/B testing on links or buttons? Or do you want a way to quickly collect invaluable visitor input with a question on your website? Everything you need to do is create a campaign in the back end. You can create as many campaigns as you like. All clicks will be stored in a table and are displayed in a simple dashboard-like overview. All responses can be exported by campaign in a CSV file. That way you can import the responses in Excel. So let's see. A/B testing on your site and analyze what works best. Get invaluable visitor information on click. Configure component. Redirect. This is kind of a neat idea. Try two things. Click overview. Cool. A/B testing is a big thing. See which works better. I know that I just bought a tool at Christmas time that will do some A/B testing for my YouTube channel to see which thumbnail gets better response. It will just show alternating, we can see. So I just haven't set it up yet. It's one of those spur of the moment chocolate bar software purchases. It costs more than a chocolate bar, but it's something I just have to get around to trying. OCH ads. Why not start monetizing your website? Easily monetize your website by seamlessly integrating Google AdSense or Google Ad Manager in your web pages. Yes, automatically place ads in your content anywhere you want. Change all your ads on your website from a single configuration. Yep. Handle infinite scrolling pages where new content is automatically loaded with new ads when you reach the bottom of the page. So it's for managing your AdSense. I've never heard of this community before, but they sure have a lot of stuff. OCH Stop DMR. I'm curious. Do you even feel disappointed or even wronged when people register on your website or subscribe to your newsletter with a disposable or temporary email account? When they download your free goodies that you work so hard on and thank you with a bouncing email address, leaving you with no possibility to contact them? Time to stop user registrations and newsletter subscriptions with disposable emails. With the OCH Stop DMR, disposable mail registrations, I'm guessing, you can check every mail domain that a user uses to register on your website or subscribes with on your ACY mailing list. When a user registers or configurable, when a user changes his user profile, a request is made to an external API that checks the domain part of the email. To have a valid MX record in the domain's DNS record, to have a valid TLD, top-level domain, checked against the daily updated root zone database, and not to be in a 27,000 plus and growing maintained disposable email domain names database. Cool. So how's that work? If someone signs up, and I get this sometimes, especially if someone fills out a form the odd time and they've complained and they've said, you're stupid. And it's submitted by you're stupid at yourstupid.com. That's a neat idea. These guys seem very utilitarian. And by utilitarian, I mean they have things that are handy and practical. Open graph, responsive images, call to action. What's call to action? Your online channels are important for you and your business. You spend a lot of time and effort to write high-quality blogs for your visitors. Not really, but you spent a lot of time on social media to draw attention to these blogs. You polish your content and website to be SEO optimized, but what is it that you want these visitors to do on your website other than read your blog and leave? What is your call to action, and how do you show that to your visitor in a non-intrusive way? You get full control of where you want to place call to action content simply by entering the tag call to action anywhere in your body article. For example, this ad is inserted. It looks like Google ran out of ads to serve, or do you have an ad blocker activated? You can place. Oh, so here, something's happening, not working here. You can place them automatically in the top, bottom, or both positions on your articles, configurable per category. And that's not all. You can even choose to have the call to action auto-magically appear on your featured or category blog view. I would love to see. Here's a screenshot. So this is, I'm guessing, is a pop-up. Yes, popping up over, and then you can then get people to click. So probably very something like engage box. Cool. Lots of things there. Excellent. Alrighty. Well, what else is happening out there in Joomla land? Anything else? Because I don't have, well, I have tons of things happening here. But I think that's all that I have for the live stream today that I can think of. No, there's no new beta for J4, Ivor. I think what we're going to see is some point this month. Let me just switch over to the computer right computer screen. Let's take a look at some Joomla stuff here. Okay, let's go to community.joomla.org. So, like I mentioned, the special edition Junecast podcast where we interviewed Rowan and Brian, who are running for president. You can go to community. There, and you can read down here. Here's everyone who is elected by no one running against them, and also who are running, and you can read their manifestos. Brian says that he's struggling with admin tool on a website you've taken over from another. What's the struggle there, Brian? Now, getting back to Ivor talking about this. Let's go to the leadership blog. I believe from for the future that the production team was looking for showstoppers that would prevent Joomla 4. They're holding Joomla 4 up. I know there was a lot of discussion the last couple of weeks about the admin template and stuff going on, and that this might be in volunteer.joomla.org to see. Yes, check out volunteers.joomla.org. In the podcast today, Chait and I pointed out that it's just team leaders, assistant team leaders, and team members, volunteer team members who can vote for the president position, can vote in this election. But you can go to volunteers.joomla.org. Let's see here. Oh, great. Volunteers. Yeah, redirect. I said volunteer, but it's actually volunteers. But it redirects. Let's see. Everyone has... Anyways, and then you can contact the members of the team, those who can vote, and tell them who you think they should vote for president. But if you go to volunteers.joomla.org, you will see a bunch of meeting reports here from people who are participating about things and the things they're talking about. Joomla Bug Squad team meeting. Browse all reports. So here's all the latest that you want to be reading on. GDPR compliance team, meeting minutes, JED meeting, certification program. So there's all the latest stuff. There's lots of things to read here for you to know what is going on in Joomla. But I don't think that we're gonna. This is just me from my feelings. I don't think we're gonna see another alpha version for. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe beta will come out first, but I think there are some people that want to circle the wagons and get the thing out, and but we're just gonna have to see. I'm watching as well. Let's see. Brian did disable it, and now the website is online. Brian, there is something in admin tools for putting it offline in emergency. So if it's actually turning the site off, Check that out. In fact, let's just I will take a look at that for now. Do I have, let's see, basicjoomla.com. /administrator. There we go. No. Administrator. That's one of the downsides of administrator, of switching over this new business login. It's that components. I don't have admin tools on this. Let's go to here. I have admin tools on this. Components, admin tools. So there is this button here, which is an emergency offline button. Is it possible that the person you took the site over, that is what the problem is? I don't want to put this one in emergency offline, but that would take your site offline. But maybe you've looked at that and considered that. Oh, you can't get into there. Oh, okay. So it would, okay, if you can't, so you can't get into admin tools. Okay, so that means somewhere, let's see here. All right, why don't we do this? Let's go into this no secrets and close and go to, oops, the daisy. Let's log into there. Oh, come on now. That should do it. And let's go components. Oh, I have admin tools on here. That's handy. All right, so let's go emergency offline. Clicking the button above will set your site to emergency offline mode. In this mode, nobody will be able to access your site except visitors coming from your current IP address. Should your internet connection drop or your IP change for any reason, the only way to access your site will be removing the htaccess file from your site's root using FTP. And so it looks like here, Brian, what you want to do is go to the htaccess file on your site's root and then find these lines. Of course, you don't have to delete the htaccess file because there's other things in there, but find where there is a rewrite base, rewrite condition, remote address, and this is your IP, so that's my local IP. Rewrite condition offline, and then rewrite condition, it kills all of these different files from running, and rewrite rule sends them all to offline. So it's in the htaccess that you might want, that you want to go and change it. Now I've not set this offline yet, but it's telling you that if your IP changes, this will do it. Do you have anything like that in your htaccess? Oh, and you had to rename the administrator admin tool folder, and it worked. Check your site's root. Because I think, all right, so if renaming your admin tool folder worked, then it's not that. Now, one thing that you can do, let's see, let's go to system. Okay, I'm going to change, just chat on the right for a second. Global configuration, I want to see which database I am using here. JOS 10. All right, so then let's go to cPanel Let's close this. And let's go open in a new tab. Let's go basic Joomla tutorials, or basic Joomla to the C panel, and then PHP myadmin, and then we'll go into JOS 10. Okay. Right computer screen. So if you go down, this I'm looking at the database for basic that admins and admin tools. And if you go down to you've got a few tables here: admin tools, IP autoban, IP autoban history, and IP block. If something is blocking you, your IP may actually be listed in one of these tables, in which case you just need to go and remove it and clear those. Ivor says rename the main.php and plugin system admin tools directory to disable it. But your problem with being blocked might actually be the IP thing in here, in one of these tables. I know that I have been blocked out of my sites before because I've forgotten the password, and admin tools is blocking me from logging in, and then this is how I have to. They give you instructions on resetting it, but I just go into the database and remove my IP. So that's kind of a fun little trick there. Oh, it's everyone who can't access the website. And yet they can when you change that file. I guess the other way around that too would be to just to uninstall it. All of its settings are going to be in this table, in these admin tools table. So you could actually just select all those admin tools tables and delete them, or at least export them first, then delete them. That will take out all of the settings. Then if you're still able to access the back end, you could try to do discover. Let's see what happens here. Let's do it on mine. I'm just going to delete those tables. Delete. I'm going to drop them. Oh yeah, all right. Come on, guys. Admin tools. Right down to admin tools. I'm going to go drop. Okay, here goes all the admin tools tables. Now when I go back into here, I can go components, admin tools, and it's going to not work. All right, so this does not exist. So with those deleted, I can't go to that. With those tables deleted, if you're not able to access your site still, we know it's not the settings. It's more than just the database. But what I was thinking was if you go to manage and discover. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Chuck. Except if he's having a hard time, it might not install if he has changed the folder where it is. Extensions, manage. Oh, look at that, though. Without that table there, the site is definitely brokesy. I can't even go to manage and can't even go manage and then install, because it is looking for this thing here. Can I go to articles? Oh yeah, I really broke that. Excellent. I'm really glad I didn't use one of my live sites. That means I can't really even install either. And of course, I did not back up those tables, like I said, but it's just a junk site anyways. Well then, yeah, that's right, Chuck. It didn't save the tables. Wah wah. That's okay, because this is just a junk site. So let's see here. That means I'm going to go to search, and I'm going to search for admin tools in all folders. Of course, this might not even be helpful for Brian, and I'm going to go down to extensions, 6 matches and extensions. I'm going to go browse, and here's admin tools components. So I'm going to disable that. So go to enabled and say 0, and let's go to, I don't think it's package, plugin system admin tools as well. Let's do this. Let's go 0. Now when I go back, extensions, manage, and manage. Now it works. Cool. Now we go to discover, and let's discover everything. No, it did not find admin tools. Did find this little plugin here, but let's not do that yet, because why break things? So now we can go to extensions. Now let me just see. I need to change screens here just while I go to install, and I'm going to go on my computer to where things are. I'm going to browse Joomla 3. Okay, now we can go right. Okay, so now I've got this folder, Joomla 3, where I put things. I have Akiba, and there's admin tools. Most recent run December 12th. There might be a newer version out. Anyways, let's open that up, and we'll install it. The alias com admin tools already being used by com admin tools, so I couldn't create the menu item. That's all right. Now if we go, it may be trashed, or maybe I removed it. Let's see. Now what happens if we go discover? Nope. Now let's go back to enabling admin tools, where we turned it off in the database in 2 places. And we'll refresh components, and there. Oh, and then admin tools shows up. Oh, admin tools was not showing up in the menu because I had disabled it. Now we go admin tools, and this is a super old version. Extensions, manage, update, find updates, clear cache. See if it finds it. Oh, look, it could not update Site 46 admin tools professional. All right. Well, I'm just waiting for Brian to say that he figured out what it was. Update sites here. We're going to view these all. I'm just going to delete them. That's what I do. Can't delete those 3 core ones. I'm going to rebuild them. And go to extensions and update. Find updates. Components, admin tools. Missing Geo IP plugin. And this is what is this old one? 3.4.4. That's weird that it says it's over 90 days. Is 90 days since December? Whenever that one came out? All right. This is an older version, though, because that button does not look like it was before. Install. Update. Install. Browse. Oh, December 12th. Let's see. January to February. It's not 90 days. There's an old one for Joomla 2. No. Maybe the allow administrator access only to IPs in whitelist is set. Yeah. Allow administrator access only to IPs in whitelist is set. Maybe what I should have done was this. Turn it off in the database and then just go and uninstall. Let's see that. So let's disable that there. And let's disable that there. Right. And now let's go to our here, extensions, manage, admin tools. And there we go. We want everything that's got Nicholas's name. See, we've turned off a few things there. Oh, and this is says, oh, you know what? That's probably, oh, look at that's version 3.4. That's an old file, but I happened to download it back in December. That's what I did working on someone else's site. Anyway, so Brian, this might be the way to go, just to disable it and then uninstall it. Yeah, that's what yeah, and Chuck said that uninstall and reinstall. Yeah. Disable it, uninstall it. In fact, let's go back here to the database. Let's make sure that it's gone. That's probably the way to go. Yeah. Chuck was right. Good, simple solution. Ivor said it a second time. Yeah. Yeah, if you can disable it in a database and then install it and it does disappear, we could go in and check the file space here too to see. Let's see. Let's go File Manager. And this is going to be like, what is this? No secrets. No secrets. There we go. And so it's going to be administrator, components, admin. So there's still some stuff there. Admin tools. Let's see. Let's go. Let's view this file. Joomla administrator. No, that's not. Okay, that does not have to do with. Don't delete admin. Let's go back to components. Yeah, Akiba. Nope. Yeah. Chuck's right. Just uninstall and reinstall. And if you're locked out of the site, there's the trick to just turn off extensions that are there. Oh, under plugins, yes, another place to check. I forget about that. Let's go up to here. We've got plugins. Would that be system? Keep it back up. Yeah, no, it's gone. And not surprisingly, uninstalling it worked well because that's a good extension. Cool. Now, here's a little trick for getting access to the file space. Let's go here. Let's see if I have it on here. Check this out. Components. Yeah, I do have JCE editor. Global configuration. No, it's not. It's not it. Let's go to JCE editor profiles. Let's go to the default editor. Oh, I left that open back in August 28th. Check this out. Editor, just take me file system. Look at this. Allow root access for this particular user. So if you don't have root access to FTP, give yourself root access. A list of directories that will not be displayed or accessible if root access is yes. All right. So that now this is a junk site. There's no one else that uses it, and I have this is for the default. I have the default. This is for the default profile. So you would definitely want to create a profile that was for you only as super administrator. But if we do this and save this, you can then go to the beginning here, although it was right there. Down in extensions, JCE file browser, and check this out. You now have full access to all files in the install. Yeah. So literally, we can go into administrator components, and you can tinker around in here. I don't know if you can upload. Let's see what you can do, though. Let's just go into action logs. Yeah, nice trick, eh, guys and gals? Here's... Oh, there's no file in there. Libraries. It's not showing any files. It's just showing the folder. So, Brian, do this. Go to Components, JCE Editor. Go to Profiles. Go to the profile that you're using. So, like I said, create one that is not... Don't do this in the profile for everyone. Create a unique profile for yourself. And then go... anyway, so it's in default. And then under Editor Parameters, go to File System. And I don't know why these are still here. Did I not save it properly? Let's see. Maybe that's why nothing is showing in the... Oh, let's see. All right, so let's save. See if those come back. Editor parameters. Files. Oh, they came back. Why is that? Browser. Because back. Yeah, see, it's not showing us any files. All right, so something else for us to figure out here. Yeah, I thought that would work. All right, so why? Oh, it worked on your end? Okay, so so are you able then, when you go to JCE file browser, which I can get to from my control panel, down the left-hand side here is JCE file browser as well. When you click on one of these folders, is it showing you the files that are in there? Because I'm not seeing them. It's possible I'm doing something there that is violating. I might be getting an error. in the server somewhere. I might have a mod security rule that's not allowing access to those folders or allowing that change wherever it gets written in. In fact, well, it's not admin tools because we just took that off. But if you can see those files, no, you can't see files either, right? Okay. See, I can see files and images. And then, of course, I can select that. Can I download? Delete. Rename. View. It's not letting you download either. All right. Well, we were close. Something to ask Ryan at JCE Editor why that might be. Let's see. Details, live stream, features. I mean, if you can't download the files, that's no help to you either. You can see image files, PNG, and GIF. Okay. Maybe there's something else. Let's see here. File browser. List of permitted file extensions for uploading/display grouped by type. Click the pencil icon to edit. And this is in the profile here. Yes, add PHP. All right, remember, this is just a junk site that I have. So let's go PHP. And let's save. There's PHP. So let's go to here. JC file browser. Administrator. Components. Admin. There you go. All right, that's why it wasn't showing up. Now, if we, all right, so, whoops. Not a way to download that, though. Not a view option either. Now, you could rename it. So for instance, we could go, what do I not want to break here? So let's rename Akiba 2. You bet it will. All right, so you can rename folders. So you have at least that tool that you could go in and use. Alrighty. Let's rename that right away. Rename that back. Let's also just see here. What was the file? xt for Joomla. And this is an older one. Extensions, core file management. Foca Commander. That's I wonder if Foca Commander can get you in the root. Yeah, so then rename main.php and plugin system admin tools directory. Yeah, so renaming at least is going to break stuff. Of course, remember, if you break your site and you don't and you don't have access to the file space to your hosting, then you're really euchred. Here's XTplorer. I'm going to download this in fact, let's see, XTplorer. I don't even need to download it, do I? Extensions, manage, and install. Yeah. So it won't. Yeah, it doesn't break the site. It broke some things on the site before when that's when I deleted the tables. XTplorer. It's right here. EXTplorer. EXTplorer. All right. So here's a component. Install it. Install. Let's see what this lets us do. Components. XTplorer. EXTplorer. And now you have, okay, and here's a file manager that gives you access to your root. How dangerous is that? The root of your install. And you can actually right click and you can download, you can archive, you can extract and archive. So this gives you FTP access right within. This is a super dangerous extension, of course. Let's go components. I wonder what kind of access control they have if they do. Let's see. XTplorer, you can switch to FTP mode, but you don't have FTP access to it. I just wonder how you keep this from being available to everyone who has back-end access. So it's something you may want to put on your site and then take off your site and just not leaving around, because it really let's see. You would have to find some way. I don't know if you could restrict that. Anyways, it's a nice little program that allows you to go through and view. You can edit right on the cannot read properly, destroy. JSON decode error, cannot read properly, destroy. All right, so you couldn't edit it there, but we could download it. No, maybe you can't highlight that. Download. Here we go. You can download it to your computer and then edit it locally and upload it. So EXTplorer. Yeah, permission rule. Probably yes. Breadsy. So permission rule for opening it here on this. Oh, it worked that time. Weird. And you end up with tabs at the top up here too. So let's go, let's try something else here. Let's go to administrator, components, Ajax, and let's go edit. Oh, it's working there. What did I do wrong? Did I right click there and go edit? No. Anyways, something was not working there. Anyways, like I said, EXTplorer, really handy tool just to get in there. I had someone contact me want some help on their site, and I realized I didn't ask them for their cPanel information. They host with GoDaddy, but I could actually just install this and do the file customizing that I need to do. Hopefully. Yeah, Bretsy says a permission rule at user control system. So why did it? Oh, I got it there. JSON cannot read property, destroy undefined. Got that. If I highlight it and right click, there's the problem. If it's not highlighted and you just click on it and go edit, hold on for a sec. All right, so there's what the issue is. So let's go to banners. If there's nothing selected on the screen and you right click and you go edit, you get the error. If you highlight it and edit, it opens the file. And check this out. If you highlight something else and you right click on a file, you get only the thing that's highlighted, which means I can click on here. I can right click somewhere on the screen. Nope. All right. So a little thing to work around there. Make sure that you have highlighted what you want to right click on. If there's nothing highlighted, it's not going to work. Anyways, not bad. Good little workaround. Like I said, I never really I feel a little precarious having extplore left on a website just because it gives such great access to the files. Maybe I'm worrying too much about it. Certainly you don't want to have it on there giving access to people, everybody who logs on, just in case they just get, who knows? I mean, who knows, really? Just leaving a door open. Let's close. Extensions manage, and let's go manage. Xtplor, PLOR. I wonder where we could set the permissions. ACL for that. Warnings. Database. Let's see, where extensions. System. No. Not users, extensions. Let's try this extension out. See if it does it. ACL. Yeah, here's an old version of ACL Manager. Oh man, that's super old. 2018. 12. All right, let's try this. Let's try putting that in. I do not fully understand what this does, but it will go and diagnose all the assets connection of the assets for a thing. Bredsy says global configuration. All right, let's try that. Oh, permissions. Now that's for accessing global configuration, but I don't think that's for accessing this screen, but I don't think that locks us out of this one particular extplor extension. Let's see here. So this tool cleans up assets database table, looks for legacy issues, checks category accesses. Click on more steps for. So for instance, 2 items fixed, this asset. I don't even understand. I just trust these guys. And actually, they were in Spain. I should have made the connection that they had done this software here. But let's check this out. Groups. Select a group to view the permission. So let's say you've got people who are registered. And now we want to go to select a component. There we go, com extplore. And so they are not able to see. Oh, so this extension does not support Joomla ACL by default. The ACL support is added. Okay. So you can make it so that if people are registered, they can't configure, they can't access that. So the thing to do next would be to go, let's test that out. Manage, open, and let's see here. Let's go with this person is registered. Let's enable Tim again. No, let's do Timmy 2. That's easy to remember. Unblock Timmy 2. Activated. Let's go into here. And okay, I think I know what the password is for that. Of course, register is not going to be able to access the backend. You think only super admins are enabled by default. I think you're right. Let's turn off Timmy 2. Where's Timmy 2? Disappeared all of a sudden. Huh. Timmy 3, 4, I'm sure that there was a... Oh, that's public admin. You know, I have a problem, and that is this. In moving this site over, moving to my own login, LastPass keeps auto-filling when I view users in the back end here. So we wonder where Timmy 2 went. It's this one here now. It's now named username. It is now public admin. Because watch this. When I go Timmy 3, it automatically fills in username. And I actually have to go and tell it not to autofill in basicjoomla.com/administrator. All right. Well, we'll bail on that. That's just my problem. Yeah. So we've got super users. Clear array across the board. Publisher. No. But a publisher can create and edit something in global configuration, but no access to the extension. That's what that means. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Ivor. And that's where we get up to public. Cannot do anything logged in. A guest can't do anything. Registered. Whoops. An administrator can access global configuration and can access COM.xt Explorer, which we don't want. So we check there. Yeah, see, and this is what you just want. Now, unless you want your administrator to be able to do that. All right. If we go to publisher, they cannot access. Let's just check to see administrator. Yeah, that stayed no. Okay. So you really want to just check out the different users that you have here, but publisher is not going to. All right. So you're right. Although administrator was allowed to. This is a really great tool, this ACL manager. I buy it every now and then when there's a new version out or when I need it or need to fix a site, just to see what people are allowed to do. So for instance, if we go to Smart Search, no one's allowed. Oh, you're allowed to do a few things here, but you can't configure anything in the back end. If you're a publisher, you can create, you can edit. Brian, where are you at, man? Let's see. And of course, trying on a dev server is a good plan because maybe stuff gets broken. All right, everybody. There is hair on top of my head. I think that's, unless there's something else that you guys are doing or grappling with. I think we'll kind of wrap things up for today. What am I doing on Wednesday? Good question. I think I have something for Wednesday. Or I'll be interviewing someone. I don't know. Brian, it was great to talk to you too. And to work on some things together. Thanks for the tips, everybody. Things that you've shared late in the stream and earlier in the stream. Yes, we will see what happens for on Wednesday. What we come up with. We'll do something. I'll find something. Oh, I know. It could always... Yeah, there's something I've been working on. Yeah. I might be able to figure that out. I've been working on it. And I talked to people at Forum for the Future about how to do it too. Something about moving some in the admin area. So we'll see. Anyways. So I will do something. We will do something. Everybody, I hope that you have a good rest of your night or afternoon or it's morning. I suppose it's still morning in Hawaii. And in parts of Alaska. Anyways, thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Everyone, until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.